Hello and welcome to my channel, and today I will be showing you a giant book haul from this past weekend when my dad came to town. And I also got this Goosebumps shirt recently come in the mail from my mom. So me and my dad have always loved to share our love of reading, so whenever he comes to town, we of course have to stop at least one bookstore. So this previous weekend, we went to 3 bookstores, and then he left me with some quarters, which I took to the library to pick up some 50-cent books from their little cart that they have there, books that have been kind of withdrawn or, that the library doesn't want anymore. So, let's get started. So the first place we went was Barnes & Noble. So the first one I'm going to show you is my current read. So it's Don Quixote. This one is a abridged version from Classic Starts. I kind of always wanted to read this book since I heard about it, but based on the length of the unabridged version and the fact that this one is more appropriate to what I read on this channel and what I like reading, I decided to go with the abridged version. I've read the first chapter so far, and so far I'm very into it, and I'll keep you updated on this one. The second book I got, I actually had the second book in the series. If you're someone who shops mostly at used bookstores and looks for good bargains, you know the struggle. You get a book and it's not the first one in the series, but you really want it. So when I do end up going to Barnes & Noble, which is very rarely, I will sometimes look for first books in a series if I know I have like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or in this case just 2, and I don't have the first one. So this was one of these cases. This is Desmond Cole Ghost Patrol and the Haunted House Next Door by Andrew, I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm just going to show it to you. But yeah, the illustrations are very, very cool in this book. I'll show you. And, I got the second one, and I was very excited to read it, but I'm like, maybe I'll be able to find the first one. And thankfully I was. I've actually had the second book for probably close to a year now, if not longer. Now, Sean Stevenson on his channel recently did a spoiler review of a book that I did not have, so now I have to read it so that I can watch the spoiler review. So, this is Goosebumps House of Shivers, What We Do at Night, and I feel like he had somewhat mixed feelings about it, but I'll have to watch the spoilers review after I read this book. It's not the first time I've had to read a book to watch a spoilers review, but this one I'm actually very fascinated about because I could tell there was a lot of stuff he couldn't say because it was a non-spoilers review, so I'll be very excited to watch the spoiler review on this one. So if you know anything about Barnes & Noble, they have these books kind of by the register that are monthly picks. So I got, this is very interesting, and they swindled me into getting the monthly pick, as they usually do. But that's okay. I don't really know too much about it. I was told by the bookseller that it's just kind of like, got like kind of, Stepford Wives vibes, but obviously the character is younger because this is a kind of spooky. They said it was for, they have like spooky YA, or this might even be middle grade. I think this is middle grade, like middle grade type books, and this was their pick for the month for that. And she, based on the other books I got, thought I would like this one, and I think I will. It says never trust a perfect smile on the front, and obviously I don't read the backs of books. If you know anything about me and you've been following along with my channel, very, very rarely do I read the backs of books. So, we'll see. And then this one is another classic. I've read other stories about King Arthur, and I just thought I'd try another version. I read The Sword and the Stone quite a few years ago, and I thought I'll try this one. This one's by Howard Pyle, I think it's pronounced, and it just looked good, and I thought I'd try that, because I always love King Arthur when they put King Arthur and, you know, put the lore in other books, and so I thought I'd read another King Arthur type thing. Alright, so the second bookstore we went to is, it's called Mr. K's Books, Music, and More. They have 3 locations, I believe. They have one in Tennessee, and then maybe one in North Carolina, in Asheville, and I don't exactly know where the third one is, but I know they have 3. Alright. So, the first one I got was The Mystery of the Biltmore House by Carol Marsh. It looked kind of cool. It was kind of, seems like it's got, some history in it. It's kind of like a spooky, book. I don't know too much about it, but I know, the Biltmore House, I've never been to it, but, I'm aware of it, and I'm somewhat aware of the history of it, so I thought it'd just be cool, and, the Biltmore House is not too far, from where I'm living right now, but yeah, so I thought I'd check it out. Definitely a lot of spooky books I got from this store. You'll notice a little pattern here. I actually saw this book at Barnes & Noble, and I'm like, you know, I'm going to go to the used bookstore. Let me just make sure they don't have it there. And they did end up having it there, and they ended up having the first one, which I was excited about. So this is Eerie Elementary, The School is Alive by Jack Cabert. And it just looked really cool. Let me open it up a little bit. Ooh, it's got some cool illustrations. And it just, you know, a scary elementary school. I don't know how you can go wrong there. Again, I did not read the back. I just kind of looked at the cover. And it looks cool. So I'm very excited for that one. And of course, I had to get another K.R. Alexander book. I'm a big fan of, like, hotel kind of spooky books and stuff. It says on the back, it says this hotel isn't just haunted, it's hungry. So that's intriguing, and it is called Vacancy. So that sounds cool. And actually, I'm gonna do I think soon a video about. So they have this I'll show you. They have this thing called Love Inspired Suspense. They've kind of got romance, they've got like a mystery, some cases like a murder mystery, and but they're religion based, which is good because a lot of the books in those categories can kind of be, I like the premise, I like the idea of having like a mystery and maybe even a romance involved, but sometimes it's done in a way that makes me feel uncomfortable as a Christian. So I thought I'd check one of these out, and I've already read one of these, and I actually had to read it on a Kindle because I could not find it in print. There's so many of these. If you look it up, I think they do like 6 a month, and they're still doing them, and they've been doing them for quite a while. They also have just regular romance ones. Those are the blue ones, and then these ones that say LIS, and they have the month and year. So this is May 2026 that this one came out, and the purple ones, those are the ones I like. And this one is says Cold Case on it. I got another one that said Cold Case on it somewhere. I don't think it was in this haul though. But yeah, this one was just $1 at Mr. K's, so I thought I would just get it, and you know, it's a suspense book, and I love stuff like that, and you know, nice to get back into reading, kind of suspense, thriller, kind of murder mystery with, and then these ones have a little bit of romance again, and, it being aligned to more of my values. So yeah, and I, again, will be doing a video because I read, the first one I read of these, I didn't know if I was going to like it or not, but you'll have to check out my review of the first one I did. It was Cave of Secrets, and I rated it very highly, so I have gotten more of these. So yeah, this one I'm excited for. And my 50th Goosebumps book I found in the original series is gonna be Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. So I only have 12 more left in the original 62 to find. And I've pretty much found all, but maybe a couple in the wild. So yeah, I haven't read, there's so many. 62 is a lot of books, even for small books like this. I probably read like maybe 10 of them. But I'm hoping to collect all 62 at some point. So I'm excited about finding this one, because when you get down to the wire, you don't find them as often. So if you watched my previous video, actually I don't know exactly what order these videos are going to come out, but I have a back to school books video, and I read one of the Black Lagoon Adventures book. That one was the school field trip, and I thought I'd try another one. This one is class election, and it sounds kind of good, so I will check this one out, see how it compares. The first one I read of these definitely was in the category so bad it's good, but let's see about this one. So this one I was very excited to find. So Frank Peretti is a he's a Christian author, I believe. Yeah. And I found the third book. He has a trilogy for actually kind of middle grade. And I was able to find the third book, and I thought, I don't know if I'll find the rest of them, but let me at least pick up the third book. And I looked it up. You don't have to read them in order, but I was able to find the second book, book 2, and I hopefully will find book 1. Fingers crossed. But I was very excited to find this one, because I've heard good things about Frank Peretti, but he really only writes like very long adult novels, and I just was excited to find this one. So I've heard good things about that series, so we'll see. And then I found this beautiful special edition one. This was just $15. This is The Wizard of Oz. This is the first 5. And then I have 6 through 10 over there. That green book right there, that's 6 through 10. And then I have a couple of the later ones as well. But now I have most of them, and I'm able to like start reading. I actually haven't read even The Wizard of Oz yet. So that's going to be a project, and at some point on the channel. Definitely not this year, because I have spooky season and I have Christmas still to do, but potentially next year there could potentially be a Wizard of Oz thing. Because, yeah. Alright. And then I went to, so in downtown Asheville, which I actually rarely go to, but my dad loves it. There is a small bookstore, I'd say it's more maybe a medium bookstore, called Downtown Books and News, and they sometimes have some really good deals, and I found some good finds there. So, as you know, I've read a couple John Bellairs books, and I like to get them when I can find them. So I found The Figure in the Shadow, and I believe that is in the Lewis, so House with the Clock in the Walls, same series as that. So that one is in that series, and I've read 2 in that series. I read The House in the Clock well, The House with the Clock in Its Walls, and then I read The Vengeance of the Witch Killer, which, if you're curious about, I have a review up on my channel, and you do not need to read the whole series to read The Vengeance of the Witch Killer. You can totally just get that one as long as you've read another book in that series. And then, again, I don't read backs of books, but this one kind of looked cool. This is Death Grip by Jay Bennett. And, again, just kind of looked cool. I don't know really anything about this. It says in the back, in the dark, winding canals of Venice, anything can happen. So, I'll check that one out. And then this one was the winner of an Australian Children's Book of the Year award, which sounds cool. It's called Master of the Grove by Victor Kelmer. And it says it's the story of a young boy's quest for truth and the sorcerer's misuse of knowledge. Yeah, I don't read. That's about all I'll read on the backs of books, but it sounded interesting, and I'll try it out. And yeah, it actually has the Australian price on the back, which I've never seen in a book, I don't think, before. And then I have not read a Bruce Coville book yet, but I have quite a few of them, and I'd like to read at least one, maybe either early next year or late this year. And this one is called I Left My Sneaker in Dimension X. And yeah, it's hard to see it in this light, but it's very cool. And it's kind of like a orange creature, and I don't know, I don't really know what to make of it. A lot of people like him, so I'll check him out, and I think I might start with this book because this one looks really cool. Alright, so those are the 3 bookstores, but of course, when I got my change and stuff, I'm like, ooh, Dad, can you leave me the quarters? Because I'll take them to the library, and I'll go get some books there. And he's like, oh. And I was like, yeah. So I went to the library, my local library, and for 50 cents a book, I got books. And this is something I've done before. It's it's fun, and I can walk to my local library and stuff. So it's nice. And then, so I ended up getting 4 books, which totaled to be about $2, so 8 quarters. Not bad. So this one, I'm very excited about it. Again, I didn't read the back. I don't know anything about this book other than just the cover, which is super cool, little fairy. And it's called The Fairy's Promise. That's the name of the series, and this is book 1. Whenever you see book 1s, you're automatically excited as someone who shops mostly used books. And it's called The Silence in the Stone. And again, I know nothing about this. It just kind of looks cool, and I love any book about fairies. Then I got this one. This probably is, minus the one I'm currently reading, the one I'm most excited about in this haul. I flipped through it, and it looks almost like kind of a mock, like, journal type thing, like a research journal, or like a field notes or something like that. Not exactly sure. I didn't look into it or anything. It's called Sad Monsters, Growling on the Outside, Crying on the Inside, by Frank Lesser, and illustrated by Willie Reel. And it looks really, really good. And I will let you know about it. And then this is the series, I can't remember whether it was me or my sister. I think it was my sister who liked it growing up, but it's Katie Kazoo Switcheroo, Girls Don't Have Cooties, and this was definitely a big series when me and my sister were younger. Or my sister. My sister is 5 years younger than me, so she's a little bit younger. And then whenever I see a Geronimo Stilton, and actually at this library I've actually found a free one. I found a Cave Mice Geronimo Stilton for free at this library, but this one was 50 cents, and it's one of the newer ones. It's in a little bit of rough shape, but it's Geronimo Stilton, missing movie, and I love Geronimo Stilton books. I have since I was a teenager, and it's just, I used to go, like, I think I have a video about a Thea Stilton book. I used to go to the library, and I'd be all excited to check out the Geronimo and the Thea, and that was my favorite thing to do. We'd go, like, once a week and pick out some. So that is my haul. Thank you for watching it, and please like and subscribe to my channel. I do videos every Saturday, and goodbye.